It's Thursday, January 12th. Welcome to the News Diet. Today I'm going to talk about the delay of all the domestic flights yesterday, the New York nurses strike, the TikTok bans, George Santos, and the Golden Globes. Let's be informed so we can get on with our day. Over 9,000 flights were delayed and over 1,300 canceled yesterday after the Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, issued a national ground stop at about 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. This ground stop halted all domestic departures. The reason for this was due to the decision by the FAA officials to reboot what's called the NOTAM system, which stands for Notice to Air Missions, and is a huge computer system that keeps pilots up to date on any issues along their flight path and also their destinations. They decided to reboot it because of a corrupt file found in both the main and backup systems. This reboot takes about 90 minutes, but apparently this time took longer. So ultimately, they had to stall all domestic flights, which means planes ready for takeoff were halted, and planes already in the air had to be verbally updated with any safety notices by air traffic controllers. According to Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, there's been no evidence of nefarious action or security concerns. Lawmakers don't seem to be sure of how to prevent this from happening again, with some blaming the lack of funding for the FAA and others calling for reforms from within the administration. Before the next story, I just wanted to thank you for tuning in and following the show. If you're enjoying the News Diet, then hitting that subscribe button right now can make a massive difference in helping this show grow and reach new audiences. So if you feel compelled, please feel free to follow along permanently by becoming a subscriber. 2 New York City hospitals are experiencing massive nursing strikes this week, one being the Mount Sinai Hospital in Manhattan and the other the Mon-Thurs Medical Center in the Bronx. Altogether, about 7,000 nurses have been striking this week, with the main goal to ask for solutions to staffing shortages. The nursing industry has seen a drop in workers, likely due to pandemic burnout, so Nursing Union is asking for more action to remedy this. They're calling for wage increases, hiring bonuses to attract more new nurses, as well as a limit on the nurse-to-patient ratio, claiming that waiting room occupancy and the number of patients they're juggling at one time have become unsustainable. The New York Times has reported on stories of nurses hanging intravenous fluid bags from curtains or walls because of shortages for the proper holders. Also, a psychiatric patient screaming right next to another patient receiving intubation. To cope with the now extra shortage due to the strike, the hospitals have been bringing in temporary travel nurses, and nursing managers and doctors have even been stepping in to help perform duties. Other hospitals have also been in negotiations with the union, the New York State Nursing Association, but still agreements have yet to be settled. In just 5 weeks, almost 24 states have announced some kind of ban on TikTok. TikTok is a massively popular social media app that specializes in short-form videos. It's become so popular that other companies have been scrambling to catch up, with similar features such as Instagram Reels, Facebook Reels, and YouTube Shorts. According to Wallaroo, the app has over 1 billion active monthly users and has been downloaded 2.6 billion times worldwide. The difference, though, between this platform and others is the geopolitical element to it. TikTok is owned by Chinese technology company ByteDance and has worried American authorities due to possible overreach by an American rival, the Chinese Communist Party. The concerns are that the Chinese government may be using the app to gather personal information of its billions of users, particularly those from adversarial countries like the US. US officials have flagged the app over cybersecurity concerns, and now many states are starting to take action. Most recently, New Jersey, Ohio, and Wisconsin have announced plans to disallow the app from state devices or government internet connections. And last month, lawmakers banned it from federal employees' government devices. China actually already bans several American apps like Facebook and Twitter, so TikTok is considered their counterpart. The country is known to surveil its citizens' online activity, and so the question that's yet to be answered is how much is that kind of oversight applied to other users? But this hasn't done much to squash the concerns of many decision makers, many of whom even advocate for banning the app altogether. Freshman Republican Congressman from New York, George Santos, is facing growing pushback for the lies and embellishments he told throughout his campaign, with many members now calling for his resignation. Santos was just sworn into the 118th Congress on Saturday, shortly after his actions became public. His embellishments list is pretty extensive, spreading lies about his education, work, and personal history. He said he attended the prestigious high school Horace Mann, earned a degree from Baruch College, where he was a star volleyball player, did a stint at NYU, and also worked on Wall Street, all of which have no records, which was revealed by a New York Times piece last month. They also claim that there's no records of his supposed massive real estate portfolio, and in fact, has been evicted himself twice. Oh, and there's more. He also supposedly lied about running an animal charity, and there's no evidence of a husband he claimed he had. In fact, he was married to a woman until 2019 while claiming to be a gay man. And then to top it off, there's no evidence to support his claims that his mother died due to the 9/11 attacks and his grandmother died in the Holocaust. Also, he said he lost 4 employees in the 2016 Pulse nightclub shooting, and that also wasn't true. So, with all these details out, and Santos not even denying it, fellow lawmakers are voicing their disgust with their new colleague. Republican Chairman Joseph Cairo said, quote, "He's disgraced the House of Representatives, and we do not consider him one of our congresspeople." But then you have other Republicans treading a little more lightly, like House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, reiterating that Santos is, quote, "innocent until proven guilty." You see, Republicans are in a tight spot here. They only just barely gained the House majority, so every vote counts. If Santos were to resign or even be pushed out, then that's a seat that could end up in Democrat hands, which would narrow their lead even more. Santos flipped a seat that was previously Democrat, so it's not a guarantee it would stay blue. The 80th Golden Globes were on Tuesday, which marked the return of the awards show that took a semi-hiatus last year after a couple controversies resulted in a private ceremony with no nominees in attendance. The issues were questionable financial practices, as well as outrage over the revelation that the Hollywood Foreign Press Association had no Black members. But they returned this year at the Beverly Hilton, hosted by comedian Gerard Carmichael. The show came out pretty drama-free, with not much hoopla around it. In fact, the ratings for the telecast were the lowest ever on NBC, drawing a 1.1 rating with only 6.4 million viewers, down 26% from the last one in 2021. Notable moments were Eddie Murphy receiving the Cecil B. DeMille Award, Ryan Murphy being given the Carol Burnett Award, and also Abbott Kinney, House of Dragon, and The White Lotus emerging with the top TV honors, with The Fabelmans and the Banshee of Inisherin walking away with the top film awards. You've just been informed, so now it's time to get on with your day. I'm Michele Carroll. Thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the episode and want to continue following a healthier alternative for staying informed, where I forgo partisan fighting and fear-driven narratives and just get to the point, then please be sure to hit that subscribe button, as of course you'll get more of this show in your feed, and also you'll be helping this new channel grow and reject sensational media. Thank you so much for your support, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode.